Hey, I thought I would make a video for you since you're a Jeff Beck fan and his use of the Strat Tremolo. And we were talking about Verheyen's setup, so I thought I would quickly explain what I learned from him. So he sets it up to get specific intervals, and he does it by adjusting the claw back here. And his theory is that it helps to get it at an angle like this. But I'm not quite sure if this is really necessary. What is necessary is quite a bit of tweaking. So if you adjust the angle, the claw on the back, obviously the guitar is detuned afterwards. So you have to retune everything, see how the arm behaves, and then adjust a little and retune. And it can take up to half an hour or something until you get it right. But if you do get it right, he does it like in that manner. So the E string does a half step if you fully pull on the arm, on the whammy bar. B string does a whole step. And G string does a minor third. I hope you can hear this. I don't have an amp right here. And then it depends a little bit if you have, this is a basic set of 9 gauge strings. If you have heavier bottom, this might be different, but in my case, the D string is also a whole tone. So is the A, and E is also a minor third again. And first thing you could do with this is just if you play lines, like for instance in this case, utilize it for little slurs, like if you have a 9, bend up to third, minor third. This is flat 7 to tonic, or on the G string. Remember, it's a minor third on the G string. So this. So you can just do lines where you exactly know where you get out if you just fully pull, and don't lose the ability to do normal Strat style tremolo stuff like this, or like the pre-band thing that Jeff Beck does. Or like, I think that's also a Jeff Beck thing to do, is put the arm back here. Right now it's not in the exact position, but slurring it like this. You can still do all those kind of things, but have different additional abilities. So besides normal stuff, you can also do some things with two strings. So for instance, if you are on this major third on B and E string, if you pull the arm you get this, which is like a pedal steel-y stuff. Works fine. So another thing that works is if you play this shape of an E trite in the second inversion, fifth at the fifth tonic third. If you pull, you get this. This inversion of a D trite. So you can treat this as 4 and as 5 and 4, and then resolve back to A, for instance, and do it like this. So I get there. Yeah. These are harder to find because you have to prepare them and you cannot do them on the fly like you can with solo lines. With the solo lines, after a while, you just know where you're going if you pull the arm. So with three voices, this is much harder. But what also is possible is to do 6 lines like this. And since both the B string and the D string move up a whole tone, you can just move those around. For instance, if you're playing in an E minor context, there's this 6 here between 5th of E and the 3rd, minor 3rd of E. You can move this up with the arm, go back down. Same works with major 6 also. So you can just move them around according to the tonality, and what also works is those like spread major thirds, where you have, for instance, major third in C, and have this E here, like Chili Peppers comping style. You can also move those around because both strings go up a major, a whole tone. If you pull the arm. So, and another thing I like to do is, oh, this also works. And another thing I like to do is to consider this G string, where the movement is a minor third, as my diminished string, because if you pull, you get sort of a diminished sound. So, for instance, if you play blues in A, you can alter the 1 chord, alter it, and make it a 5 chord of 4, and just build up tension, then release to the 4 with the diminished. Like this. And then utilize the arm and make it like a swirly tension release kind of thing, like playing there. like this. So just and then maybe resolve here to the 3rd of D or something. Back to A, of course. And the other thing is, I like to do the same sort of tension build up and then release with the whole tone scale, like this. For instance, surrounding the 3rd of D and then resolve it at this point. Back to 1, or even at a larger level, like 1 chord. And then you can utilize the B string, which moves in whole tones, and do the same thing there. And then resolve to the 4 chord, or to any 5-1 related dominant and dominant minor or dominant major situation. So of course, if you do this all the time, it does not sound good in every situation, but it can work fine. And also, if the intonation is not quite correct with these with this kind of stuff, it does not matter so much, because it's tension release that makes it work anyway. So I think in a sort of a fusion blues or funk vibe impro kind of situation, this will work just fine. So I'm not sure how Jeff Beck sets it up, but my feeling is from listening to him that he has at least minor third, a 10 and the G string, so quite a lot of pull there. I'm not sure if he does specific intervals like that. Does not sound like he does to me, but I think he pays attention to how he sets it up in terms of how much leverage he gets. And yeah, since I saw and asked Verheyen about this, I used the tremolo a lot more, and I'm a lot more confident that I get where I want to be, like in. And if you not overdo it, I think it's a cool tool to get more confident with what you can do with the bar. So maybe you enjoy this and get something out of it, and if not, it's also fine. Ciao.